To help you understand how to perform a hypothesis test, it's helpful to look at a decision-making process that's similar. Statistical hypothesis testing is like a court trial. In a criminal court, you put defendants on trial because you suspect that they are guilty of a crime. But how does the trial proceed? First, you must determine your hypotheses, referred to in statistics as the null and alternative hypotheses. The null hypothesis is what you assume to be true when you start your analysis. So, in this case, the null hypothesis is that the defendant is not guilty. The alternative hypothesis is your initial research hypothesis, that is, your proposed explanation. In this case, you propose that the defendant is guilty. Then you select the significance level. In this example, this is the amount of evidence needed to convict the defendant. In a criminal court of law, the evidence must prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. In a civil court, there must be a preponderance of evidence. Next, you gather your data. In this case, the police and investigators collect evidence. Lawyers present the evidence to the jury. Finally, the jury makes a judgment using a decision rule. If the evidence is sufficiently strong, the jury rejects the null hypothesis that the defendant is not guilty. If the evidence is not strong enough, the jury fails to reject the null hypothesis that the defendant is not guilty. Note that failing to prove guilt does not prove that the defendant is innocent. Statistical hypothesis testing follows the same basic path.